Hey friends, I am coming to you from my car today. I'm driving down Pacific Coast Highway doing some regular scouting for sharks here in Malibu. Yesterday I got a photo from one of my contacts at the Malibu pier that showed a 10 to 11 foot great white shark go right underneath the pier. So I'm going to just check out the area today, see if I can maybe see a shark, see what's going on. I did notice that there's some airplanes going in circles here. That's usually an indicator that they may have seen something. So about to launch. Let's see what happens. Who knows? It's going to be an interesting day though. People often ask me what a typical day is like searching for sharks. Here's a glimpse. Today's exploration began in the northern parts of Malibu. This area is some of the most scenic in Southern California. While I didn't see any sharks there, I can always count on seeing dolphins hugging the coast. This view never gets old. Right now, I'm not seeing anything here, so I'm just bringing the drone back and going to go to the next spot. I do know there's been sharks seen at this location before. I used to live right along this area here back in 2008. There was a shark that was kept in a pen for the Monterey Bay Aquarium right in this spot, and it's a bit breezy today, so it's not always going to be ideal for finding sharks. Here in a little bit, I'm going to go actually walk to the pier and go to the area where the shark was seen yesterday, and I'm going to try to launch the drone there. So I'm just bringing the drone back and going to go to the next spot. All right, so the next stop is the Malibu Pier. This is where they saw a shark yesterday, right off the pier. So I'm going to put the drone up today, see what there is. I do fly here occasionally. It's a hit or miss with sharks, but this area is one I try to avoid, honestly, because it's just so busy. But there's an estuary here, so there could be sharks. You know, the fact that there was one here yesterday, might as well try it today, see what's out here. It's not often that I find sharks in such a noisy spot within minutes of flying the drone. But here was this shark, just a few hundred yards off the shore. It came within the reach of the pier, and there was no doubt that anyone on that pier, if they looked down, may have seen it. All right, so I just stopped by the pier. I'm gonna have to change plans because it's a busy area, and so where there's a lot of people there, it's kind of hard to fly because you get surrounded by people. I don't mind answering questions, but man, that was tough. I got completely surrounded by folks asking questions about sharks, and that's kind of opposite of what I want to do on the beach. I didn't want to start a big commotion because people started, you know, once you say the word shark, people start getting, you know, kind of freaked out, and so I didn't want to spoil people's day. So I'm going to actually go somewhere else where I can fly kind of more privately and kind of observe sharks somewhere where I'm not going to scare everybody on the beach. And so I headed south to one of the most talked about shark locations in Southern California. When I first moved here years ago, I never imagined that a great white shark would be so close to me as I traveled along Pacific Coast Highway. But right there, right next to the hustle and bustle of the highway, was this great white shark. I can't tell you how many times I've swam here, and the most surprising thing, watch how the shark completely disappears in just a matter of seconds. So I got the drone floating out there right now. The visibility is not good at all. The sharks are here. I did find 3 sharks at this location, but the visibility is kind of bad. So I'm just leaving the drone up right now, just just letting it hang there. Maybe I'll get a breach or some activity, and you know, sometimes you get lucky. I got some birds flying through there right now, and you never know. Maybe we'll get something cool. Okay, all right. I literally just hit the stop button, looked into my camera, and a shark breached right in front of the camera. Well, not right in front of it, but like I still captured it. It's pretty crazy. You know what? I just got lucky. That's what it takes with these sharks. You just got to be in the right place at the right time. And we got lucky and we got a breach. The cool thing about this breach is that you can see the whole city behind. The cars going by and the hustle and bustle of Los Angeles, and then you got a shark breaching right through it. I wish I was closer, but man, that was so cool. So cool. Check this out. For me, there may be nothing greater to observe a great white shark do than jump completely out of the water. Every time I see it, I am speechless. It is commonly believed that great white sharks only breach in South Africa. But I see this behavior about once per week right here in Southern California. And every time I see it, I am elated. It is currently thought that these young great white sharks are breaching to release parasite loads off their backs. But I've even filmed them jumping out of the water right under my drone and not on their backs. So we may never really know exactly why they're doing it. But something deep down inside me likes to believe it's done simply for joy. As I flew the drone back after witnessing the incredible breach, I found yet another very small white shark close to shore. To demonstrate just how hard it can be to see one, can you find it? Let me help you. It's right here. If you do this enough, you can spot a shark rather fast. Eventually, the shark came to the surface and I had just enough remaining battery to document one last interaction. This interaction is one that I'm seeing much more these days. This e-foil boarder was cruising along, unknowing the shark was on the surface. As always, I'm wondering if the shark even senses it. The human certainly doesn't see the shark. As I lifted the drone, something interesting happens. The surfer falls off the board and the shark, like I've seen so many times, just continues on its route. Eventually, it came right up to the surface, giving me the best views I had the whole day. This crystal clear view of a young great white shark underscored the fact that today was truly a success. There are so many times when I come home empty-handed, without seeing a single white shark. But it's days like today that shows me every failure is a price of admission to seeing something extraordinary. I'm going to be back out there again tomorrow, paying the price of admission, driving this beautiful coast to find something amazing. But mainly, I go there to remind myself about what truly matters. Thanks for watching.